Hi folks, and welcome to another edition of Checking It Out from the Panthers office in association with the GMB. We've got a packed show this week. We've got that big comeback, nearly got there against Sheffield. That'll be under analysis with Eddie and Dan Green in just a moment. Here on the couch, ladies and gentlemen, I've got with me Stephen Schultz on the road to recovery. And we've got new signing Kyle Hardy on the couch as well. And up on the gallery, waiting to join me, Andy Worth. He's the boss of the GMB. He's very important to us here at the GMB Nottingham Panthers. He's from the GMB. Yeah. And Eddie's other guests are two stalwart Panthers supporters. I think between them we've got something like 57 years of helping us on match nights. It's George and Muriel from the 50/50 sales crew. Good to have you guys.
Thank you.
All right, first though, everyone wants to know, Schultz, you had a go at skating today. How did it go?
It went better than expected. It's definitely nice to get out there with some of the guys that stayed out after practice and, just get out there, move a little bit, handle the puck. And so hopefully...
What did you do? Was it just like up and down movement, standing still, stick handling?
Yeah,
Did Poundy have you test some turns? And
No, it was just for the first time. It was just getting out there, just, gliding around a little bit. I don't want to put too much pressure through it or really try and do anything the first time around. So I'll slowly work into that over the next couple of weeks, and so far so good.
It's got to be a bit of a mental barrier to get through as well, because you've been in a lot of pain. I mean, the good news was it wasn't as bad as it first looked. There were no big fractures, there was no big snaps of tendons and cartilage and all the rest that goes on down there, ligaments and what have you. But you've also been in a lot of pain, and you've had crutches for a while and all the rest of it. So how do you approach that as a professional hockey player? Are you like accepting the pain? Do you have a high pain threshold?
I mean, I'd like to think I do, but I'm sure the guys have a different say on that. No, but it's definitely mentally. It's been a taxing last month, five weeks here, but it's just kind of understanding that you're going to go through that pain. You're going to go through those moments where you got to use the crutches and it's into a boot, and then start slowly walking, and once you wean through all that, and now getting on the ice, like you were saying, mentally it's just it's kind of a little bit of a weight off the shoulder to be able to get out there, and like I said before, just being able to pass pucks with a couple guys after, it's it's just fun to be back out there, and they're all everyone's smiling, joking around, and it's just nice to be out there again.
Well, we know it's going to be nice when we finally get you back, 100% and back into the lineup. Now, a newcomer to the lineup, Kyle. Welcome to Nottingham. We had a quick chat with you on the show last week in a recorded interview, but now you're with us on the couch. You're 500 hockey with the Panthers at the moment. Won one, lost one in Edinburgh, won one in Cardiff, and then you were involved in that big dramatic finale that didn't quite get over the line. Are you enjoying it? Was it the right decision to come to the Panthers?
I'm enjoying it, yeah. Guys been really welcoming, making it easy to feel at home. So 500 record is not exactly what we were aiming for or what I was aiming for coming in, but we can build on it. And like you said, on Sunday you can see that we got a really special group and a team that's not willing to just let up and battle back. So yeah, we'll build on it, and it's been great so far.
Fitness-wise, you'd gone a few games without skating when you joined us in Edinburgh. I know you mentioned that last week on the show, but the fitness is there now. You're back in the groove. But just like Schultz here has a mental barrier to get through coming back from an injury, there's a mental issue, isn't there, when you join a new team? You've got to get used to your line mates. You've got to get used to where they're going to be on the ice.
Yeah.
And you've also got to get used to, I don't know, listening to Mika Viekman's instructions and doing what the guy says.
Yeah, of course. I mean, once you play with guys for a couple of practices, couple of weeks, you start to know where they are and what guys are doing and where they're going to be. So that's coming more and more every day. I feel more and more comfortable with my defense partner, with the lines, with the forwards. I know where people are going. So it's a bit of a mental, it's a mental adjustment, but hockey's still hockey, and we're doing what we love. So it's just about building on it every day, and yeah, it'll get easier.
Let me ask you something. Were you trying too hard in front of that big crowd on Sunday night, do you think? Because that was a heck of a welcome they gave you when you skated on the ice.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, it's special. I've played in some big rinks, but no, that was exciting playing with that big crowd, and
So were you trying too hard to please them?
Trying too hard, I mean, maybe, but it took a period or two to settle down, and then I think everyone saw that we were starting to click and do the things we do well in the third period. So,
And Schultz, you must be missing that crowd. Something wrong, because you were on a bit of a tear up on the points charts.
Yeah, it's definitely not fun to watch from up top, but
must be fun to work with Eddie on the commentary.
Oh, we have a great
Eddie.
time up there. So, but no,
how many times did he say on Sunday last week? How many times did he come out with "play the music, Ken"? Because that's Matt, the cameraman's favourite line so far.
I don't know. I don't think he got any out there.
You don't recycle one-liners.
Oh, right. Okay, it was a one-liner.
Yeah.
It was a one-timer.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's been fun working him on the commentary. Working
Yeah,
with him?
definitely. It's always a pleasure working with Eddie, and fortunately, rather be on the ice, but it is what it is right now.
Well, we're dreading the day when it's back to me and Eddie doing commentary, because that means we're look. That's the cloud that we have to work together. The silver lining, obviously, is that everyone's on the ice. See the way I got out of that, where I started the wrong way and I steered it round?
Did a good job with that one.
Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to talk about the awards later when Andy Worth takes your place on the couch. Last weekend, yes, it was a bad result against Sheffield, and Dan will do some analysis on that one in a moment. But first, the game in Cardiff on Saturday. That was a barn burner and a half, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I heard you told me about the blue tent. That's what it is, right? The blue tent.
You didn't believe me, did you?
Well, no.
Come on, be honest. I could tell in your eyes. I said to him, I said, Kyle, it's a frame and it's blue plastic. It's a tent. It was very temporary. It was supposed to be in for 2 or 3 months. It's been there for 2 or 3 or even longer years. They've got a new building coming up in January. That might be the last time you ever see it. They might move in January.
Yeah,
but when you got there and you saw the nice blue tent and the nice even car park.
Yeah. Well, first time playing in a tent like that, but I think no, I mean that was a really loud building. It's so small, and even the ice surface itself is really small, so it's kind of mayhem out there. But I think we handled it well, and they're a big team playing on that little ice, so there's not much room to move. But yeah, we took over the game, and
you said the
2
crowd
points.
was loud, but it was just as loud at the end when it was the Panthers fans that were celebrating.
Yeah, of course.
Big bank of travelling supporters there. There'll be a big bank of travelling supporters over in Belfast this weekend as well, folks. Our next home game is against the Cardiff Devils. Those tickets are selling fast, so if you don't want to miss out, pop down to the box office or ring 08433733000 or buy online from panthers.co.uk. Cardiff's next in here. Belfast away this weekend. If you're not making the trip over there will be a webcast from that one as well, so tune into the Dave Lowry organised webcast from Northern Ireland. It's always a decent watch, and it wasn't a decent watch overall. That last period was particularly good against Sheffield on Sunday though, where you and Eddie were doing the commentary.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think the Saturday night's game seemed to be pretty emotional from what it sounded like. That plays into a fact, but on Sunday, I mean, the guys, they didn't quit, and you could obviously see that they controlled the whole third period of the game, and unfortunately it's a game of inches, and we weren't able to tie the game up there near the end.
Yeah, let's have a look at that game of inches. You guys will be joining Eddie on the gallery in part 2 of today's issue of Checking It Out from the Panthers office with the GMB, but now we're crossing over to Eddie and Dan Green to analyse that third period. So close, but not quite over the finishing line, come back by the GMB Nottingham Panthers.
All right, I'm here with Dan Green, and we're going to look back at the highlights, and we're going to see the comeback bid from the Nottingham Panthers. This is going to start right after Frederick Westberg sniped a high glove on Mika. So 1-4 is the score, face-off in defensive zone. Brad Moran gets it by the corner, and the Panthers activate the cycle. I really like what Jeff Dimmon's doing on this play. There he picks it up, pass to the slot. Okay, nothing doing there. Wob plays it over to Dimon, and he's going to have another pass. But watch Dimon right here. Right there. Through the slot, prime real estate by the Earthing Services logo. He's got plenty of space. Schmidt has an option and a bit of puck luck there, right?
Yeah, it was great play by the forwards there. Obviously, Coco, Mo and Farms just dominated down low. And yeah, Dims was keeping the puck alive the whole time. And great finish there by Coco to put it in the empty net.
They say the best playmakers are the ones that move best without the puck. And Dimon certainly made a bid to be one of the best playmakers on that particular sequence.
Yeah, he makes a great shot. Obviously, he's probably thinking he's not going to score from there, so he just throws it into his feet, and the rebound comes right out. And Coco puts the garbages in.
All right, Panthers gain it in their own zone, and what's going to happen is that they're going to pass it to Matthew Myers. He's going to peel off down the right flank. And there he is. He's going to go around Saric. Takes a spill, though. Turned over 3 Panthers on the goal line. And this sauce pass is something else. Past Farmer, past Dimon. Debian coming in on his off wing. And boom, high trapper.
Yeah, it's a great finish there. Obviously, coming in on a 2-on-1, there's nothing Mika can do. He plays it perfectly, but it's a great shot, high glove.
That is also an amazing cross-rink pass. Great vision, and a bit unlucky that neither Farmer nor Dimon could get anything on it to intercept it.
Yeah, I think it was unlucky the whole way. Obviously, Matthew fell, and then, the pass gets through, and everything kind of went against us then with a great finish.
They almost score here, but watch Matthew Myers throughout this whole play. Just keep your eyes on it. He drops it, and now he's going to carve in right in front of the net. Panthers working the exterior. And now watch this. Saric tries to tie him up right there. And instead of one person from a pinch, he has now 2, a double screen. And he actually picks that pass up late. He doesn't track it, and that's why Clark could finish.
Yeah, I think you can see, obviously, Matthew does that really well. He's probably, one of our best guys in front of the net. The goalie can't see the pass, and it's just a wide open shot from Clarkey. But, yeah, great entry there from Matthew to set the whole play up and then get in front. Nice play from Linger over to Clarkey and a great finish.
Speaking of David Ling, he's going to play quite a critical role on the next one right here. A net drive, he's creating havoc, pinches down, he loses his stick, and Ling was all over in front of the blue paint there. Mosey almost got it in from there.
Yeah, I thought actually it was a great save at the time, but I think he maybe just missed the net.
And there we were watching with this with you earlier, and we saw that Pinch was just scrambling through his whole play, first losing the paddle, and on his knees can't track the puck and stack the pads. Wow.
Yeah, I think he obviously, like you said, Linger was in front. He lost his stick and he never quite recovered. Great shot by Balmer and a good save actually down there, but Coco just comes in and slams the rebound in.
Oh, there you got a nice view of the Evan Mosey bit, almost there. And this is what I'm talking about right here. Pinch still on his knees, working to the left, kick save, and a throwback to a bygone era with that save selection.
Yeah, it's just great. Obviously, you even see Smitty there in front of the net. Smitty, Linger, Mose just causing havoc. Obviously, we had the goalie out, so it was a great play by those guys to set it up. So
Panthers obviously have the momentum here. Kyle Hardy gets in deep, but then things don't go so well for the home team.
Yeah, obviously, we've got the goalie out here. We're going for the tying goal, and just a bit of a bad break there. The puck bounces, and then obviously Dowd's just going to come and throw it into the empty net.
Yeah, pretty easy finish for him there. So the comeback bid was almost successful, just inches from there, but Sheffield Steelers managed to edge out the home team. So that's been the highlights, and we're going to go up to a gallery and meet our guests through a small ad break.
Fiat 500, the icon reloaded. In Fiat showrooms now.
Whatever your white good needs, whether it's sales or repairs, choose Jim Grice, Sutton in Ashfield. With nearly 50 years of family business experience with all major brands, we'll make sure you take home the product that fits your needs, with no hidden extras. Choose Jim Grice, Sutton in Ashfield. Friendly family business that cares. Nearly 50 years speaks for itself.
I'm Jeff Dimon, and you're watching Checking It Out from the Panthers office with the GMB.
Ice hockey, the world's fastest team sport, played in Nottingham by the GMB Nottingham Panthers. For tickets and fixtures, visit panthers.co.uk.
We're here on the Chick Zamek Gallery, and we're going to meet our guests. First of all, George and Muriel, where can we find you guys during game day?
On the concourse, selling 50-50 tickets, and at the entrance as you come in before the game.
So I'm sure you've seen George and Muriel before. Gary says, Muriel, you're the best 50-50 seller all over. Is that correct?
I don't know about that.
So how long?
Some lovely customers.
So how long have you guys been doing this for?
This is our 32nd season selling 50-50 tickets for Panthers.
32 seasons.
Yes.
That's so many years and so many teams you've seen. Do you have perhaps a favorite player from those 32 seasons?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Randall Webber, number 10. Yes.
Number 10, Randall Webber. Well, we got to tell you something that you're going to see Randall. He's coming on the Christmas game, and he's going to drop the puck.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're going to see your main man over there.
Yes.
George, do you have any favorites?
Well, all-time Randall. Of the current squad, the Brit, Ollie Bettridge I love, and of the imports, Mr. Schultz there. I think he's great.
Oh, yeah. Schultz and Ollie getting some love there as well. Now, Muriel, you've been part of this organization for such a long time, and such an excellent jacket as well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we gotta love. You must have been a big fan, and what sort of keeps you going? Why are you so interested with the Panthers?
Because I've got some lovely customers, and I like doing that. And of course, I've been a hockey fan for a lot of years, so that's it. I love hockey.
Do you guys have maybe one joint highlight you can think of over all these years?
Yes.
The first trophy that Panthers won in the NEC at Birmingham. That was a great feeling.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Were you there also, Muriel?
No, I was there.
Right.
Yes, no, I was there.
That's perfect stuff, guys.
And collecting the Panthers, that's the good things I like doing.
Exactly.
Yes.
So if you see George and Muriel on concourse, please tell them hi and say that they did great on the Chick Zamek Gallery. Now, over to our left, Kyle Hardy. Kyle, you've recently come into the squad. People tell me, or former players tell me, that it takes about 2 weeks or so to start gelling. Would you say that's about right?
Yeah, I think I'm feeling more comfortable every day. You know, I know all the guys now, and sort of starting to find my role on the team. So yeah, I've had my 2 weeks, and I'm feeling good. Yeah.
Tell me, Kyle, I'm sure the guys and the coach have talked about Belfast. What are you expecting?
I know they're a good team that likes to compete, and going into a rink that I think I've heard they get good crowds. So as long as we play our game, we'll be fine. But yeah, I'm excited.
We also noticed that you got ice time on the closing decisions in that Sheffield game, and in Edinburgh as well. You're out there making the important plays. Were you nervous when the coach said that, hey, you're going on the ice for the last minute?
No, I don't think nervous. More excited, I guess. Just happy to be there. And, you know, we couldn't quite close the deal on Sunday, but that stuff happens. And, you know, we showed that we were willing to battle back, and that's the important thing.
Also, guys, if you don't know, Kyle is obviously from Montreal, and he's a big Habs fan, isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you have any Habs fans, please say hi. I'm sure Kyle will have a talk about the Montreal Canadiens with you. And now, Stephen Schultz. We spent some time in the commentary box. Something that's happening off camera and something we don't really document. What were you doing to build up to your first ice skating session today? I know you did a lot of stick handling drills in the locker room, didn't you?
Well, first it's just kind of getting trying to get some of the flexibility back, and a lot of balance drills been doing, and you know, it's just one of those things you got to slowly work at, and it takes a lot of time and it gets frustrating. But now that that's kind of over with and starting to progress into the next stage of this, it's you know, moving forward, and so keep it going from here.
I caught some video of you doing some stick handling drills in practice, so make sure you go on our Twitter and check that out. Schultz's first skate back. Now, something that happened, was it a week or a couple of weeks ago? You went on a school visit. Tell me how that was with all the little kids over there.
Yeah, definitely. I was lucky enough to go with you, Eddie, and the guys are out of town, and had a cover for one of the guys. But no, it's definitely always great to give back to the community. I mean, they give so much to us here, and the support from the fans, and I mean, just walking around town, people notice you, and you know, anytime you can give back, especially the kids, and they love it, and being able to see their faces just light up as soon as you walk in, and it just makes you feel good as a person too.
That's something that's ahead of you, Kyle. I don't think you've been on a school visit yet.
No.
Yeah, but you're going to go on one, and I'm sure it's going to be a positive experience. Yeah. Now, to your left, Schultz, Andy Wirth from the GMB. You're going to go down there on the couch with Gary. You excited to be interviewed by Gary?
I'm not excited, no. But more than happy to be interviewed by Gary.
Awesome. We're going to go after an ad break and see how we do on the couch.
Whatever your white good needs, whether it's sales or repairs, choose Jim Grice, Sutton in Ashfield. With nearly 50 years of family business experience with all major brands, we'll make sure you take home the product that fits your needs, with no hidden extras. Choose Jim Grice, Sutton in Ashfield. Friendly family business that cares. Nearly 50 years speaks for itself.
Amore. Subito.
Say hello to the all-new Fiat 500X. The Italian crossover, ready for action in all Fiat showrooms from April 24th.
I'm Evan Mosey. You're watching Checking It Out from the Panthers office with the GMB.
And we're back on the couch, and it is indeed my pleasure to bring to you Andy Worth. What's the title, Andy, at the GMB? I know it's the Midlands and East Coast branch. And
it's a region, Gary. It's Midlands and East Coast region, and I'm the regional secretary.
Okay, you're the boss. If it was a business, right, you'd be the chief executive officer.
The regional director, managing director,
Yeah. Fantastic supporters of the Panthers. We can't thank you enough. It's 15, 16 something years already?
Yeah, 15 years, yeah.
Already, and there's time to go on the deal and what have you.
Yeah.
I always think there's an obvious synergy between a team sport like ice hockey. It's fast. You've got to stick up for each other. You know, we saw Jeff Waugh step up last Saturday in Cardiff when Brad Moran had been levelled with a high hit. And that's a kind of synergy, as I say, with what unions used to be about and the way they've evolved for the future and how they are now.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why we got involved with the Panthers many years ago, was because of the team spirit that's there in the sport. When we came along and first experienced it, we found it was different to other sports. We'd dabbled with other sports, with football, with rugby, with cricket, but the ice hockey was more of a family, which is the union at the end of the day is like a family, where you come together as a collective. It's teamwork, team effort, and a team can always be better than the individual.
And just so the fans understand, as sponsors, you get to bring guests. You have an executive box upstairs. You have a couple of corporate nights in the season where you have lots of members coming to games. And the bonus from our viewpoint is they're members of your union, but they go out smiling and they become instant Panther fans.
Yeah, we use the box for the branches. I don't go in the box myself. I like it down in the bowl, but we use the box as a thank you for our activists who do sterling work throughout the year. So the branches take people in and they enjoy it. And most people who come for the first time end up being converted and coming back, I think. So
yeah, and I don't think people realise this enough, that trade unions, you know, the TUC and those jokes you used to see on Not the 9 o'clock news, like who wants coffee, and nearly everyone in the room puts their hand up, but then one union puts their hand up for tea, so tea carries the day. Those days are long since gone. You're not a trade union like it used to be. It's more of a business, and your members are more like clients, and organisations like the GMB provide things like will writing and solicitors' advice and all kinds of other bonuses and discounts in shops and things.
Yeah, I mean, the union movement has developed. We're not stuck in the old stereotypical 1970s that the media would somehow portray to you. There is all sorts of affinity benefits that go along with union membership, but there is the legal support, free legal advice. There is many other things that come on board with that. So
yeah, well, long may it continue. We'll get off our soapbox and what have you, but it's not been a bad season so far.
No,
as we sit here, Panthers are top of the tree.
Can't get better than that, can it? Let's hope that they stay top of the tree.
And are you still enjoying your hockey?
Yeah, hockey is very good. As I say, it is the family sport, so it's not just myself that comes along. The family come along. My granddaughter now comes along. So.
Yeah, we've all got granddaughters these days.
Yes.
We're all getting older.
We are.
We're all getting older. We're getting nearly as old as you, Muriel.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, bless you. Bless you. We do 2 awards on our show, as you know. The Flower Vision sponsored bouquet of the week. Have we got any nominations for the bouquet? No? What the boys, when they go out and they play a credit card game. Everyone puts their credit card in, and the waitress has to pick a credit card out to pay the bill. Who paid the bill at lunchtime? Schmitty. So shall we give the bouquet from Flower Vision to the waitress that stung Schmitty with the bill? I think we should.
I think that's only fair.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Schmitty's waitress gets the Flower Vision bouquet. But now we come to our favourite moment of the week, perhaps. The Jim Grice has sponsored Joseph Grimaldi Clown Moment of the Week. It's based on Joseph Grimaldi. Just to recap, if you're new to us, Joseph Grimaldi, Regency period clown. Big entertainer. I mean, he got the biggest wages in the day. You know, he was the Robbie Williams of his day. It's got nothing to do with an ice hockey player throwing or not throwing anything on the ice. I got 2 nominations for this. Roy Carroll, the Notts County goalkeeper. Have you seen the goal? He's coming to the edge of his box, edge of the penalty box.
Yeah.
There's one player walking away from him who's been making a bit of a nuisance of himself, but he's walked away. He only kicks it straight into the block's back. It loops up and goes over his head and lands in the goal.
Right.
Oh, close. That was close, right? That was close. But I am giving the Jim Grice sponsored Grimaldi Award this week to 2 of Andy Murray's biggest fans. I mean, all those, I mean, be fair, they were loud. Our fans were loud last weekend, but they were loud over in Ghent. And some of them looked like they'd had an awful lot of pims. But there were 2 blokes, and I thought this was hilarious. One bloke had "Be Afraid" on his T-shirt, and he printed a big picture of Andy Murray snarling at the camera, you know, like Andy Murray does. He said, "Be afraid," and his mate stood next to him, and it said, "Be very afraid." And he had a picture of Andy Murray's mum Judy going on it, you know. So they're getting the Grimaldi Award for this week. Just to recap, then, there's a webcast from Belfast this weekend, Friday and Saturday games. The following weekend, the boys are up in Scotland for a 3-in-3, and the following weekend, which takes us to December the 19th, it's Panthers versus Cardiff, and seats are selling great for that. The Christmas game against Sheffield, oddments, scraps, and about 30 in the away block, and that was all there was. And the game on New Year's Eve at 3 o'clock against the Coventry Blaze has just gone on sale. That's a big one. That's not even even a bank holiday, and we get big crowds in for a 3 o'clock game. It's the best way to start your New Year's celebrations, especially when we win. And then you go on to your parties, or you go home to wrap up cosy and watch Jules Holland on the telly or whatever. I'm giving secrets away about how I spend.
How you spend your life, Gary.
I am, yeah. It's sad, honest.
Very sad.
That's what I do. I never get an invite anywhere on New Year's Eve. I curl up at home after Panthers have beaten Coventry and watch Jules Holland. Listen, folks, thanks to Andy Worth, Stephen Schultz, Kyle Hardy, George and Muriel. Thanks for watching, and thanks for watching your GMB Nottingham Panthers.